What's up, YouTube world? Josh here, Jesus Riding Raptors. It's my second video. We're gonna go power metal this time. If you watched my first video, that was intervals. If you hadn't watched it, watch it. Great band, great album, great new band that you might be into. So we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go a little power metal here. Got some notes from my band, Sonata Arctica. They're probably my favorite power metal band, or at least my top 2 or 3. I'm not huge on power metal. I like who I like. Some of it can get a little redundant, just like any other genre. But Sonata Arctica seems like they always raise the bar. They always do something different. There's not many bands out there who could do the things Sonata Arctica does and make it. And they're huge in Finland. They're not as big over here as they should be. But, you know, that's the way it is. If you don't make a certain kind of music in America, you're not going to get noticed, you know. So, but luckily I've been blessed enough to find them. And, you know, I've been listening to them for about, 8 or 9 years now. And I've heard their whole catalog. And this 8th album, Pariah's Child, it's out there, man. It's out in space. But I wouldn't really expect anything less from Tony Kakko and the boys. But it's if you've heard it, man, you know what I'm talking about. There's some weird shit on this record. But I think, honestly, in my opinion, it's one of their better ones that they've had and in a while. And they said before it come out that it was going to sound like older Sonata Arctica and be more power metal-y. And I guess in a way it is, but it's like modern power metal, you know? And it's very power metal. I'll say that. The lyrics are insane. Totally insane. And I don't really know what he's doing, what he's thinking, where his head's at. But, you know, Tony Kakko is one of the most brilliant singers on this planet, and he's a brilliant songwriter. And what doesn't mean something to you may mean a lot to him. Who knows, you know? So that's what I don't listen to Sonata Arctica. I don't listen to much power metal when I feel like being serious, or if I'm having a shitty day, or if I'm wanting to be angry, you know. It's fun music. I love driving down the road, jamming Sonata Arctica, and this band, Pariah's Child, this CD, Pariah's Child, will fit right in there with Stones Grow Her Name and all the other CDs before that. I mean, this is their 8th one. Excuse me. And they do a whole bunch of different stuff on this. I mean, there's some like overdub tracks with these weird voices going on, and you know, you have like X Marks the Spot, which is a song that sticks out to me as kind of just, I don't know, kind of a what the fuck song, and I'm still trying to, I've listened to it a few times, and I'm gonna have to listen to that one a few more. But you know, I mean, there's a few tracks on here, like The Wolves Die Young is my favorite song that they've done in a while, really. And you know, Alone in Heaven off the last album, Stones Grow Her Name, that's one of my favorite Sonata Arctica songs ever. And I was worried that nothing off this new CD could come close to it. But when The Wolves Die Young, man, that song is awesome. And it really embodies everything about Tony Kakko, everything about Sonata Arctica. And his voice is just so powerful. And you can't help but smile when listening to this album. I swear, I mean, that's just the best way I know to describe it. And the fucking guitars are heavy, man. I mean, they really are. The bassist, they got a new bassist now. He's killing it. The drums are tight. The guitar work is amazing. And, you know, he could be saying the dumbest shit in the world, and you're just bobbing your head like that's a killer riff, you know? And you know, they play, to me, they sound different than any other power metal band. And that's just me. I may not be Mr. Power Metal, but, you know, I love like Symphony X and Stradivarius and you know, the bands like that, and you know, just heavy power metal, and if that's a thing. But you know, with Sonata Arctica, it gives you a whole new outlook on things. It gives you a whole new appreciation for the music. It can lead to you getting into other bands because you want to find bands like them, and you try to find bands like them, but you can't. So, you know, you can listen to Camelot, you can listen to all these other bands. Camelot's one of the good ones, man. Seventh Wonder, Camelot, those guys. There's so many bands that no one gets to hear about in America. But Sonata Arctica was one of the first ones. And they have stayed true. And they keep making, I mean, they make what I expected. I mean, I've got a few friends that are, you know, not that impressed with this new album. And, you know, I'm a noob still when it comes to Sonata Arctica. I don't claim that they're my favorite band. But their music does something to me, and it inspires me to want to express in a video how much I enjoy it and how much I enjoy listening to their music. Now, if I'm having one of those shitty days I was talking about earlier where I'm wanting to just listen to heavy stuff, sometimes I can put in Sonata Arctica and it fixes it. You know, it makes me smile. And that band, I like a band that does that. That's rare these days. But they have fun with their music, man. They really do. You know, they released Cloudfactory. That was the first song I heard off of this. And that song, if you can listen to Cloudfactory by Sonata Arctica and not smile, you may not have a soul. I'm dead serious. Like, you may not have a fucking soul. Because that song is just... I'm a type of person that dissects lyrics, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about in that song, but it's just fun. I mean, and it's so talented. It takes so much talent to do the type of music they do, and that's what people don't understand. People gripe constantly about the vocals of power metal, how they don't like it, but man, I don't understand why, if you like wonderful virtuosic singing, how you could not like power metal. How you could not like the fast guitars, the beautiful melodies that comes out of some of these bands. And I mean, every genre has bands that are just horrible and they get on your nerves. But power metal, I mean, it's one of the most consistent genres in all of rock, in all of metal, because they don't change. You've got the symphonics, you've got the fast guitars, you've got the very high singing, and you know, all the bands usually stick to that. I mean, they'll add screaming sometimes in there, but another good band is Mystic Prophecy. If you get a chance to look them up, if you like heavier, it's like if Slayer made power metal, you know. But if you like just vintage, old school power metal, Sonata Arctica brings you a little bit of everything. In 10 tracks, they just put on a show, and it's like, I can't even describe what you feel listening to this CD. I mean, I'm still trying to process it, but it just come out. And, you know, it came out on April Fool's Day over here. And I've only had a couple days to dissect it, but I wanted to go ahead and make a video. And, I mean, if you like Sonata Arctica, if you're a fan and you're watching this, I'm even more of a fan now. And I think you will be too. I mean, if you really just listen to it, if you really give it a chance and go into it with an open mind, you know, power metal has no room for music elitists like other heavy metal and heavy genres have to deal with. Power metal, if you're a fan of that style of music, a CD like this should be your wet dream. Because, you know, they don't take themselves seriously. They're obviously not trying to break into American radio. They're not trying to break into stadium tours. They are what they are, and they can make some of the most ridiculous songs on the planet. But if you have an open mind, you'll be bobbing your head right along with them. It's fun. It is fucking fun to listen to. And this CD is no exception. The music is so tight. The lyrics are crazy and fun and positive. And, you know, he's even preaching in that X Marks the Spot song. And you know, it's crazy what this band can do. And, you know, if given a shot, they could be huge over here. But I know they never will. And they know they never will too, I'm sure. But it is what it is. If you listen to power metal, if you like power metal, this CD should be for you. And the virtuosity that is showed in this music on this album is just mind-blowing. And, you know, if it was a instrumental album, I think they'd be considered one of the best bands in the world, because the main gripe on Sonata Arctica and a lot of other bands is the vocals and the lyrics. And that's just what they are. They are what they are. They don't care if you like their shit or not. They're going to keep making what they make. They've made 8 power metal albums. True power metal. True straight up power metal. And, you know, I love them. I love this band. I love this CD. And I think you will too. I mean, you really need to give it a shot. And if you're a fan, if you clicked on this link, you're obviously a fan, because you're not going to type in Sonata Arctica if you don't already know them. So just give it a shot, man, and see what you think. I mean, go into it with an open mind. Look at it. Look at every album that they do as like their first one, because it's going to be different from the last one. And this one is way different than the last one. And that one was more different, a lot different from the one before that, and so on and so forth. So, you know, just keep listening to metal, keep expanding your mind, keep giving bands a chance, you know, so they can keep making records. And, you know, metal is the most fragile institution in the world, because it doesn't sell much records. It doesn't sell many records. Power metal is looked at as kind of taboo over here. So they have to really work to make fans over in America. So, you know, that's why I'm trying to get the word out on them. Sonata Arctica, they've been doing it for a while. I think since 95, 96. So they're still at it. And Tony Kakko is one of the best voices in the world, and it is in full force here. And go pick up the record. I mean, I don't think you'll be sorry. And a lot of Sonata fans are pissed off, and this may piss some people off that I like it, but, you know, I like what I like, I review what I like, and this CD is awesome. And it has truly been a mind-awakening experience listening to that for these 3 days. So give it a shot, and like my page, subscribe to my page, like this video, share it. You know, help me out. I just like talking about metal. I'm wearing shirts with Jesus on dinosaurs. So, you know, we have fun here. But it's a great album, and one of the most technical albums that I've listened to in a while. I love it. I mean, if you can get past the lyrics and get past his vocals on some of the songs and just listen to the music, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's wonderful. And look up their covers of Metallica's One and Master of Puppets and Fade to Black. It's great to hear a power metal version of those if you're a Metallica fan. I just wanted to throw that in there. But I know this is getting a little long, but 8th album from Sonata Arctica, Pariah's Child. Go get that record, listen to it, and tell me what you think in the comments, man. This band is something else. If you like to have fun, Sonata Arctica will have fun with you. Seriously. You can't be in a bad mood listening to it. So, go pick it up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you.